Hey, AfterBuzzers, you're tuned into the Saturday Night Live AfterBuzz After Show. We're going to talk about Emma Thompson hosting, the Jonas Brothers singing. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What up? What up? I forgot the new music.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, happy belated Mother's Day, Mom.
Yeah, moms.
Thanks for tuning in. We're at the second to last SNL episode of the season. Emma Thompson hosted, Jonas Brothers musical guest. We're going to break down the episode sketch by sketch. Amy's going to do her special segment. Steph's got some hot news and gossip. But until then, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Kelly McInerney, one of the hosts.
I'm Steph Sabraw, one of the hosts.
I'm Amy Maestri. I'm not a host.
She's just here.
I'm just hanging out.
She's a pet. AfterBuzz pet.
They let me sit at the table this week.
She's the teacup, the son of the teacup.
I'm just Chip.
So Emma Thompson hosting because I guess Late Night, the movie that she's gonna star in premieres next month. What did you guys expect when you heard the news that she's gonna be on? And the Jonas Brothers.
I was excited. I really like Emma Thompson. I don't think she's done anything I don't like on screen. She's such a good actress. And I thought that they would have funny characters to play with just from what she's done, like Nanny McPhee and all of that. And then the Jonas Brothers, I wasn't that excited for, but let me tell you, once they took the stage, I was very excited.
Oh, wait, I won't fast forward.
Literally how I felt. I'm like, nice outfits. Okay, tell me more.
I think you and Emma Thompson both. She was swooning. That's what I think I love most is the pairing of Emma Thompson and the Jonas Brothers for this episode. But yeah, I agree. I'm just absolutely in love with her. So I was pretty excited to see her slide into some sketches because she just slides into all of her characters so seamlessly. Mm-hmm. So I was excited.
I hate her. I was really bummed about. No, I'm just kidding.
What is your deal with Emma's?
I like Emma Watson.
There you go.
Yeah, Emma Watson. Oh, you don't like Emma Stone?
No, not a Stone.
Yeah, Emma Watson.
Stonehead.
Like, if you don't like her, that's your problem. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Emma Thompson. I think.
Yeah.
I'm
This is
surprised
true.
she's not a dame yet.
She should be.
Right? She's a cool dame. That's for sure.
She's a real cool dame.
Yeah. Starting off with the cold open, it was Meet the Press. Kate played Lindsey Graham. Cecily played Susan Collins. Beck played Mitch McConnell. It was just, I feel like they went back to kind of telling the headlines again, but highlighted their ability to be funny, wacky characters. What did you guys think? Amy, what'd you think of it?
Yeah, I think I did like that they took on the scary idea that there are just some Trump supporters that will follow him to the ends of the earth no matter what he says or does. I wish they had taken it a little bit further because I think the reality is that they could have actually gone further without it being like, well, that's not realistic. It doesn't have to be realistic because it's a sketch anyways, but I wish they had taken it a little bit further with some of their like, would you still support him? But I still liked some of the scenarios they set up. I loved Cecily's, Susan Collins, and oh my gosh, Beck's Mitch McConnell is just out of this world. It is insane how accurate it is.
I like the specificity, like, oh, he looks like somebody. Oh, no, that was the update.
Oh, my, I definitely wrote that down. Kate as Lindsey Graham, it's like right under, if not tied with her as, creepy
Giuliani?
No.
Oh, the squirrel guy.
Oh, Jeff Sessions.
Jeff Sessions. It's like such a toss-up because both of them are so gross, like really gross, and she embodies them and levels it up so well. And then Susan Collins was so good, like the way she's like, if you think I'm just gonna back down, like, so. But I agree. I think the idea that what is too far is, or like when would we stop supporting him is a really good thing because I think about this all the time, but it could have been taken further.
Yeah, I was waiting for a celebrity guest to pop out for some reason, especially because the way they were sitting, like there was a seat, it looked like there was an empty seat by Kate, you know, it was like two, and then Kyle, and then just her, and I was like, oh, is there somebody gonna come?
Yeah.
Nope.
I did like the one line at the end that if he got gay married to the leader of ISIS and had diapers made out of the Constitution, I was like, that's what I wanted more of. Just like weird specifics that are like so off the wall, just kind of like bonkers. So I was happy with that one, but I wanted more of that.
Mm-hmm. You just got one. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all you get, Maestri.
That's what they said when they were writing it. This is all you get, Maestri.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah. The monologue, very sweet. Tina, there's the celebrity guest, Tina and Amy, who are moms. Who knew? I didn't. No, I'm just kidding.
I was literally looking at you in shock. Like, stop.
Actually, I will share a very quick, like, awesome Amy mom moment that I got to witness. I went to see her when she got the star dedication. And her kids were there, and like one of her sons kept like reaching out and like trying to like get her attention. She just goes, "Oh no, mommy's very busy." Just turns around, keeps doing her speech. I was like, it's the real champ right there.
That's hilarious.
Good mom moment for Mother's Day to bring up.
Yeah, it's cute. I liked it. I just it didn't highlight Emma that much. It was mainly just like it's kind of a sketch in itself. Right?
Yeah.
But she had nice energy for it. She was all gung-ho for it. What did you guys think about it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was so good, and it was okay that she wasn't that featured in it because she was featured in almost every sketch. So I was okay with that, but I think I'm obsessed with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, so anytime that they're on screen is perfect. And they were... like, no one else could have executed reading off the cue cards that quickly other than them. And it's crazy that Emma Thompson can do it better than most of the cast. But the splendid line was hilarious.
Oh, yeah, I wrote that
because
down.
I feel like I want to start using that as a new thing. Like, it's so cryptic that sometimes you want to be, like, fake and not act like you're in a bad mood, and that would be the perfect word. I'm splendid.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that? I'm sad, I'm happy, how are you? You embarrass me, I'm crazy, you're drunk.
It's our aloha.
Yeah. No, I think you nailed it with like their execution of it. I was so impressed with their timing.
Yeah.
I mean, Amy and Tina have been working together for like 2 decades at this point, so obviously their timing is tuned in to perfection.
Yeah.
But Emma Thompson just jumped right in there, and it was like the cadence of everything was so perfect. It looks like the 3 of them have been performing together for years.
Yeah.
I was so impressed by the 3 of them just as a unit together.
Yeah, it went like clockwork, baby.
Baby.
And then the last line for it to be serious, I was like, oh, you really got me choked up there.
I do like how sweet they make their Mother's Day episodes, you know? Because they can't do Father's Day because they hate their dads. No, it's because usually the season's over in May. That's why. And they hate their dads. I don't know.
That's why they became comedians.
Yeah, daddy issues. You're either a superhero or a comedian. A lot of daddy issues in superhero movies. Think about it.
Yeah, it's so true.
The first sketch we'll talk about later for Amy's special segment. So let's get to The Perfect Mother, which was a digital short type deal, similar to the one that Amy Schumer did a few years back. Thanks to Amy, our Amy for remembering.
You're welcome. That wasn't creepy at all. You're welcome again.
I'm used to it. Really fun. I love these types of sketches, digital shorts, like just cutting back and forth, being like, oh no, yeah, you're great, and then showing her with no underwear. Enjoying the view. What did you guys think of it?
Yeah, it's one of those sketches that it's nothing groundbreaking. It's
Yeah.
not like they're doing anything new or crazy or, but it's just they're always so well executed. And yeah, when it's that quickness of the, what they're saying and then showing the opposite, that's always going to be funny. Like if it's well done, that's still always just like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, that's it, right? That's the saying?
I agree, but I also feel like they could go really weird with it.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to see, like, moms who are so vindictive and, like, mad at the world for not really understanding their pain. Like, they're doing, like, gross stuff when no one's looking, like, putting their breast milk places or, like, just screwing with putting the diapers in people's pillows. Like, just doing all these things. I would have liked to see that because it was so, like, plain Jane, and it's good, but it's not extreme. And I
think we
love
just-
extreme.
I
Yeah,
think
they
we just
didn't-
got a glimpse into what Steph's gonna be like as a mom.
Yeah, like
Don't
literally.
drink her coffee. There's breast
You
milk
want
in it.
creamer? Oh, you need extra feathers in your pillow?
It smells weird. It's my new detergent.
Lay your head down.
Yeah, I agree. It's very simple. They don't really push the barrier, but I don't think they try to really for
Yeah.
the Mother's Day ones. I don't know. They haven't been super pushing the barrier, but I think this episode was just what they went back to wacky, which I kind like the rest of the sketches, which I appreciated. But yeah, I did like the little slut part too. That was funny.
That was
Oh,
funny.
yeah, and she was reading her diary. That was great.
Roller Coaster Rider in the chat, what's up? He said, glad I ate before this episode.
Hey, buckle in, baby.
Should I do another? You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Cinema classics, The Last Word In. I thought this was very like same thing kind of with the cold open, just kind of one level. There's just one joke and then we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Keenan, you know, always sours my you too, right?
He does sour my,
You know, my experience. I just trailed off.
He sours it all. I get it. I will say that the performances by Kate and Emma in this made it worth it for me. I still think that, yeah, there's not much you can do with this unless you start incorporating whether it's other characters coming in or something, or there's another level to that. Like the next scene was a different scene and they had something else where physically they could do something, where this is literally them just talking back and forth at each other. So like physicality was never really brought into it, but the way that they had like their tit for tat was fun to watch. It's not a whole sketch.
Yeah, I wish they like competed more, you know?
Yeah.
Not just that, but then they competed with something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even their blocking of getting in front of each other, I think, you know, like it was so, yeah, it's one level.
Yeah, that's a good point. I love their performances. I thought the accents that they had were so good, but it was just one level.
Yeah. Wah wah. That sketch gets a wah wah. It's my new rating system. Second to last episode of the season.
Speaking of rating, though, there is some sort of ratings that we would love from you guys. Thank you guys for tuning into our after show every week. We can't do it without you. If you're listening on YouTube, make sure to hit that like button and leave us a comment after this episode airs so we can keep talking to you guys. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, make sure to give us those 5 stars, leave us a review. Same thing on Spotify. We're on every podcast network. What?
I thought she farted.
Anyway, this is why you come back to us every week. So thank you guys for making us the ESPN of TV talk.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
It's because we're classy.
Woo! Yeah. Classy. Emphasis on the ass. You get it? Fart joke. Oh, man, you're great with the transitions. Great job, Steph,
That's how you
for
pivot,
shouting out.
baby.
Yeah.
Pivot.
Next sketch, Chopped. The Chopped sketch, which, you know, would be fun if, like, do people still watch Chopped?
No.
I thought it was a British Bake Off.
No, it's Chopped, dude. That's when they get wacky ingredients and they have to make stuff from it.
What was it? A donkey's penis?
Yeah.
Donkey.
That was Steph's takeaway.
Donkey.
Clearly, you know where my mind's at.
I feel like all the cooking shows look the same to me. So, like, when this first came on, I just was like, "Was this Home Chef?" And then I was like, "Wait, no, I think that's a delivery service."
All right.
Roller
There's my
Coaster
input.
Rider loved this sketch.
Why? I did like how fast, how, like, it was very punchy, which was funny.
Yeah.
Okay, I will say the best part of it was like, she's not even washing her hands. And she's like this.
Just moving her hands up and down.
And then it reminded me of this woman. It's like that. I feel like a lot of people do this. And then they also do. It's the same type of people that they have the poop bags and they bring it to walk their dog. And they watch their dog poop and they almost grab it just in case someone's looking. And then they keep walking briskly.
I for sure do that. Because then it's hard to find garbage cans, man. I'm not going to hold this bag of poop. The whole walk. Sometimes I'll throw it underneath a parked car.
No, Kelly, leave the poop then. Go back.
You give it to Steph so she can put it in her pillows for everyone, for all of her house guests.
You want this poopery?
It's my dream to put it in a brown paper bag, light it on fire, and ring a doorbell of somebody I hate.
It's such a sad
Please
dream.
involve me.
It's my only dream.
I will say the pacing of this sketch was awesome.
Yeah.
I like that they kept it moving. I feel like sketches like this, they take too long to get there. And they really kept this moving. They escalated different like weird things. Please do not eat kittens. I did not like the ending. I do not appreciate that as a cat mom.
Your cat is awesome.
It was a cute cat, though. I wonder
yeah.
what it tastes like.
Why? We're gonna have to old-timey box you.
I felt like the pacing that was similar with like a bunch of sketches in this episode. Just like, do you have anything else to say about
No.
that? Just like the next sketch, Judge Court. I thought that was very like fast-paced and punchy.
Yeah.
But also still just one-noted kind of deal. And then they're like, here's the Jonas Brothers. And I was like, nice.
Agreed. It
I'm
like,
in.
could have been so funny and it just wasn't.
Yeah, it was such a fun idea because the three of them are the best.
Yeah.
You know? And I was just sitting waiting and I kind of zoned out and then the Jonas Brothers came and I was like, maybe it gets better. And it was like, oh no, it's still the same joke. Cool.
Yeah.
But you guys...
No, it's same. I think you nailed it. That this whole episode really was kind of like stuff that was funny, but then it was too one tone the whole time. I gotta say though, I really would like to see this dinner with the three judges, the dog, and the Jonas Brothers.
yeah.
Me
I'd be down to see that
too.
dinner.
That is definitely would have been the funnier part of the sketch. Like, you
Yeah.
start there and you take it to the second course, which is dinner.
And I'll show them dessert. Specifically, Nick. What's up? What's up?
I just want to see these judges out of the courtroom. Actually.
Yeah.
Me too.
I wanted, as soon as I saw the idea, I was like, yes, I would like to see them in the courtroom. But then I was like,
Yes.
nope, I don't want to see them in the courtroom.
They were so, and their costume was perfect. Each of them had their own little characters that you could tell perfectly fit the accents that they were using. And then I don't know. I would like to see it done again.
Yeah, their
Yeah.
whole story sounded fun. Like they both like graduate. The three of them all graduated the lowest of their class, and she had a story about the one of them giving them something. Remember?
Oh yeah, they all kind of like, and she did this for me, and she did
Yeah.
like that moment was really nice. And again, they're pacing like the three of them look like they've been working
Yeah.
together for years. Just the way that they really didn't skip a beat on that kind of like part of the sketch. But yeah, I mean, now I did think it was funny. I just wanted so much more from it. I think.
Because Emma killed this episode, but
Yeah.
it was just every sketch was kind of like one joke, and she was there for it. Brought the energy. She brought the heat, baby. I keep saying baby. Whatever. But yeah, it was a bummer. You know, it wasn't a bummer though. Seeing Nick Jonas in that red suit. Ow! That was great. I don't know why they had balloons. I thought they were going to drop them or
They
something.
like always do.
Yeah.
It's their staple thing. I think it started Disney Channel years and never left. Every music video they have has balloons.
That's just a strange thing to be like. Yeah, our calling card, balloons.
I mean, I guess
swear.
they don't have those rings anymore. So, like, remember, we don't have the rings anymore because we're, doing stuff with our ladies. But we'll keep the balloons. I've just been a new fan since I've seen them now, which they're specifically Nick. Oof, that hunka burning man.
I
right
will
there.
say though, he always looks like he's in pain when he's singing.
I know it must take
help
so
you.
much control to stay at that note. It's like you're cutting off half your circulation, but you're hitting this beautiful note, and then he just keeps on it.
Yeah.
It's impressive how well they sing live, though. And I will say, I did not find Joe Jonas attractive until Saturday. Like, now I'm totally won over on the entire Jonas Brother crew.
Yeah.
He's got a little
love that.
swagger now that he's married to Sansa.
Yeah, he's dating Sophie Turner. Good going, bud. I'm totally with that. But it is cool to see them back together because they were a band 2005 to 2013, and then now just got back together 2019. So I feel like they were on the verge of no one caring what any of them did, and then them exploring separate projects, like Nick Jonas going solo, and then Joe Jonas was in some band.
Yeah, the Cake by the Ocean.
Yeah, they did pretty well. And then Kevin Jonas. Kevin Jonas. Yeah, Kevin Jonas
He's just
got married, and like he's I feel like the glue of all three of them. But anyways,
He's the Isaac Hansen.
they like somehow were able to use the corniness of their entire career and make it they're cool again.
That's true.
Yeah, and you could tell they have fun together. I liked the camaraderie they had
Me
on
too.
stage, like
Yeah.
hugging each other after. Super cute.
They were
were just
able to
having a good
pull off
time.
the
Yeah.
corniness of being in a band with your brothers called the Jonas Brothers.
Easiest F, marry, kill, though, game ever, you know? F, Joe, marry, Nick, kill, Kevin. Done. Nobody likes Kevin. If you like Kevin, look into your life and figure out what's wrong with you.
For the hard take of the night.
I like, too, they had that old song, Burning Up.
I'm hot.
Oh yeah.
You're not. That's going out. That was directly to you. I've been saving that up all season.
Oh, we're getting real here tonight.
Yeah, they had a good time. Fun guys. Goddamn shame that they're all taken. And I mean, Kevin, fine, whatever, who cares? But anyways.
Yeah, they had the purity rings.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Uh,
See, 1 inch away from being like the lamest band ever.
and then they're like, we're gonna break up, and then Nick was like, I'm gonna do my own thing, and then he became hot with that Chain song. And then they're like, no, we need to be together because Nick's hot now.
Yeah.
We have momentum. We can be hot too.
Roller Coaster Rider in the chat said, I will not do an F, marry, kill for you three. Thank you for your self-control.
Thank you.
We didn't ask.
Because you know you'd be killed.
Good. It's my dream to die. To get murdered. I'm sad, but not suicidal sad. More like I would love to get murdered sad. It's one of my jokes. Update. Weekend update.
Oh, so good.
So fun. That's the one. McConnell looks like he's watching a person slowly drown.
Yeah, which is so accurate.
Yeah.
I've always been like, he looks like a really deformed turtle, and I would never say that if he had a good personality. I feel like you only really become truly ugly if you have that personality, and he has risen to that occasion. And then you talk in something with his mouth, it's like you are in fixation of someone drowning.
It's like,
It's one of those moments too where you just look at the picture and you go, "Oh my God, that's what it is."
yeah.
That's it.
Bailey Gizmert having a crush on Pikachu. Believe Constance Wu. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
What?
I can do that in the news section too.
All right, cool.
Yeah, a little
Say
teaser.
that one. I
Michael?
loved.
What?
I was doing her.
I love. That's not even what a lamp looks like.
And then he rubs the lamp.
I love the energy that she always brings to this character. Like, I feel like Heidi is very much going up the ranks of like the Kristen Wiggs, the Kate McKinnons. She is just so strong with character work. I mean, she was Groundling, so like it makes sense. Like she just like it's in her bones. So even like I don't think this was my favorite one that she's done, but I still love when she does it too.
Yeah.
Like every time.
You can't stop. You can't not watch it, even if it wasn't like the best one. Because I agree too.
And I did like the specific line at the end that she has like things like Spirit Club and Combing My Horse horse and walking an old woman.
I think that just reminded me of one of Michael Che's lines that I loved when he said he was talking about how bad Trump's airline did, and he's like, just to put it in perspective, Trump's airline lasted 33 years less than Spirit Airlines.
That's great.
That is the Trump jokes that they had tonight were really good because it was one of those things where I stopped watching any footage of his rallies and stuff because it's so just doesn't put me in a good place. But when you see footage, you're like, you're actually on drugs.
Yeah.
Like you don't know. He's like, and if you see a kook, make sure you tell local law enforcement.
Shoot him. I do like that they show snippets of that too because I don't want to watch it either, but they'll highlight a certain thing to be like, in case you forget, he's still crazy.
I loved that coming back with Jost with the phone to call him in because it reminded me of actually during the debates with him and Hillary. When he was just like weirdly stalking her behind. There was a tweet from a comic, and I can't remember. I'll have to put it up in the comments afterwards. But it was like Trump has encouraged everyone to if you see something, say something. And I'm watching a deranged man follow a woman around the stage right now. And like that same thing that it's like,
please
say
put
something.
that up.
I'll find and I'll put it in the comments afterwards for
Yeah.
everyone. But yeah, the Trump jokes were fire this week, and my God, that was scary. I think the funniest thing, which is also the most terrifying, is just watching him stroke out on stage going, Buttigieg, edge, Buttigieg. I was just like, what is happening right now?
I literally couldn't make out what he was saying.
I think he just kept saying Buttigieg, but breaking down his. I don't know if he was trying to prove he knows how to say it or what was happening in his brain, but.
And then the last thing in the update that really is constantly a surprise to me, and I know it's been joked about, but I really don't understand how this was passed through so many people, was that it was this month marks the 1-year anniversary of Melania Trump's Be Best anti-bullying campaign. There's so many things wrong with that. First of all, Be Best isn't grammatically correct.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you're saying. Be your best, be the best.
I'd be best.
I'd be best,
best.
y'all.
What's wrong?
I'd be best.
I'd be all best.
I'd be best.
Second of all, your husband is the biggest bully the world has ever seen.
Yeah.
He be best bully.
He'd be best.
BBB.
Big baller brand.
And then Pete comes on with his mom wearing a cute hoodie.
That was the best part of it.
Yeah.
The hoodie.
I thought he he did this joke before though, right? That he lives at his roommate is his mom.
I think he's mentioned it like within
Okay.
one of his like is just kind of like a joke within something else that he was talking about. So I think they were just like, why not? It's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
His mom's cool. Let's
yeah.
have her come on.
Yeah, he's great. Great stuff.
I like that he was just they were like, what'd you get him for her for Mother's Day? He's like, I brought her on TV. This is it.
It's a pretty good gift.
Yeah. Beauty and the Beast live action. Gym equipment coming to life. Wow, you guys, Kenan did an accent.
Wait. I was waiting to see if you guys acknowledge this.
Oh, I will, because it went from British to like Cockney to nothing, back to Cockney to like Irish at the end. Don't let him do it again.
Amy, this was a step up.
He tried. I'll give him. He tried.
Fine, his voice was different. It just wasn't correct. I'm meeting you halfway on this.
I
guys.
had to really look and say, is that him or is that Chris Redd? Because I couldn't believe.
Speaking of which, where was
No,
Chris
because
Redd?
I couldn't believe I was in the other room when it was going,
Oh,
and I
okay.
was like, all I saw was like one of the black castmates, and I was like, oh my god, that has to be Chris Redd because Kenan can't do an accent. And I walked up to the TV, I was like, whoa.
I will say it's better than his New York accent, which is insane because he's lived in New York for the past 15 years. So I'm not sure how that
I want more
works,
Chris Redd.
but- Yeah,
Yeah.
where was Chris this whole episode? I actually
Where's
wrote
he
that
been
down.
all season?
Yeah, that's true.
I miss him.
Yeah.
Chris, if you're out there, we miss you. Yeah, it was fun. I don't know. Do you guys have anything else to add to?
Not a ton. I mean, yeah, I think it's fun, weird, like...
Yeah, it's another thing that I felt like just one toned. Like, I wanted more things to come to life and be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Tracy, they don't know me, Ego. It's cool. Finally, she has like a character.
Yeah.
That was really fun. I keep saying fun. It was a fun episode.
Yeah, it was fun. I really, really like her. I want to see more of her. read off the cue cards better than anyone else in the cast, essentially. And she was fully into character. She didn't break. I liked this sketch. It didn't make me laugh out loud. It was just a good sketch. I love the bedazzled choker that looked like a neck brace.
Yeah.
But
I think the last two sketches, it's just like they just had an idea for a sketch, but it was just like one line. Like, hey, you know how people in daytime talk shows say they don't know me? What if people do know them?
Yeah.
And then that's it.
I think it was another one where the performances made it worth it for me because Ego was so strong in it.
Yeah.
She's
I just
so
enjoyed
good.
watching her in this so much that I was like, I don't even care that it's not making me laugh all that much. It's just really fun watching her
Yeah,
right now.
committed
yeah,
to
I
it.
love the energy she brought. I really, really want to see more of her.
Me too.
And that's all we got of Chris Redd, actually, was him in a miniature fedora.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird.
The CrossFit was relatable. You loved it, but you stopped because you realized it was too culty. It happened to me.
Wait a second, that shouldn't be there. This is another sketch. Is like, hey, you heard about that coffee cup in Game of Thrones? What if there's more things that show up in Weird Things?
I was also kind of bummed because I thought that was like a foreshadowing that Sophie Turner was going to make an appearance.
Yeah.
I really thought they were going to pull her in because she was there too. Because I remember seeing some of the behind the scenes stuff and like she was there with Joe, and I was like,
And they had a group
why?
photo, I saw.
Yeah, I was like, why did you're going to make a Game of Thrones reference and get us all excited and then just no Sansa? Fine.
Yeah.
BS.
One quick thing about the last sketch. Roller Coaster Writer brought up a good point. He said, wish they explained the Taylor Swift part. I can explain that really quickly. Taylor Swift, so Beyonce's Homecoming Netflix special came out a few weeks ago, and she did Beychella and basically broke the internet because it was the best live performance ever, essentially.
Insane. Watch
And
it if you haven't.
was so culturally entwined and specific to HBCUs and Black culture. And then the next 2 weeks after, I think the Netflix special came out, Taylor Swift performed for the Billboard Music Awards and did the worst, I don't even want to call it impression of Beyonce's Homecoming. She like came down on stairs exactly like it. She wore the same outfit. She had a marching band. It was so awful. So I think that's where it came from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Beyonce's better.
That Taylor basically like did the like white terrible version.
Yeah. Which is what
Beyonce's
we expect of Taylor
performance.
Do you
Swift.
guys think that Taylor's becoming irrelevant? That'd be real great. Like if
I
she just
think-
fades away.
I
don't
feel
think
like
she
she was so
is.
right in that sketch when she said she's just a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, I did love also when Kate was like, when they were like, everyone is a Beyonce, and she's like, or no, everyone wants it. She's like, I'm all Beyonce.
Yeah.
Like, I can't relate.
Amy, you want to break down Vivian Hargrave for us?
Special
I
segment.
do.
Yeah. I think this was my favorite sketch.
Yeah, I think for them to start the show with this was great because it was very high energy. It was really like laugh out loud, big, funny. But what I loved is there was a great setup to it. We knew who, what, when, why, everything right away. The premise of someone needing etiquette lessons because they're about to meet royalty or be with royalty. But the irony of it, which every sketch needs good irony, is that the etiquette teacher has no etiquette herself in certain matters.
Yeah.
So it was a really great lead into it. And props to Leslie and Emma because they both did their part to lead into this moment where they slap it because you don't think that's where it's going. That comes out of nowhere. When they start singing the song and Emma Thompson's so adorable and very British and proper and everything, and then Leslie just goes completely the other way, you're like, oh, it's just going to be a sketch about how different they are and she's trying to whatever. And then she smacks the cup out of nowhere and you're just like, yes, yes. I was so excited at that because like I just did not see that coming. So I like that they got into the game really quickly after that. The escalation, all the different beats were, let me see, I think so she slaps the cup out of her hands, slaps her, then punches her, pushes her face into the cream, hits her with the chair, and then the button of her just like in all full body cast on the magazine cover was a nice button at the end. But even Emma's character, like when she just kind of got like thug with her all of a sudden, and Leslie was like, I'm gonna, and she just goes, what are you gonna do? And Leslie's like, nothing. I'm not going to do nothing. But I just think both performances were so strong, and it was great to see Leslie kind of like in her element while Emma was in her element. And I think it all just like fused together for like a really strong sketch. It didn't go too long. And I think it was like, that's a great first sketch of the night. Coming off of a high energy monologue with 3 queens on stage like that, you have to bring something really strong and really fun. And you can tell the audience responded to it so well. As soon as that cup got smacked out of her hand, everyone just lost it and was like fully in at that point.
It's also fun to see Leslie kind of be the straight man, because she was introduced as the wacky one, but then she ended up being the straight man.
Exactly. And also, that's what I love too, is they did such a good job of establishing their characters right away, not only through what they're doing, but have you ever been to high tea? Well, I've drank tea while I was high.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you need. That's
Easy.
all you need is that line and Leslie's presentation to know everything you need to about that character for that sketch.
Yeah, it's great.
I
Great
love
job.
when you do that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised because you should be scared. My hands are going all over the place.
No, that's why I sit back and just watch.
You do sit back a lot. Now I know.
Yeah.
That's probably safe. That's probably safer back there.
Yeah.
I don't want to poke an eye out.
Steph, you got some news for us?
News and gossip, baby.
AfterBuzz TV
I have some great news. Jonas Brothers fans, they are going on tour starting in October. First stop, Anaheim, California. So all you LAers, Kelly will be there.
Nah.
In other news, I wanted to tie in the Lindsey Graham because it's interesting that they had him defending Trump to the end, which he always does in the cold open, played by Kate McKinnon. But today, this is why I'm glad we're covering it today. There's been a huge push on Twitter, and the hashtag is Lindsey Graham resign, because he who was it? It was Donald Trump Jr. was subpoenaed, and he is supposed to testify, and he advised him on a live newscast to plead the fifth, which is wildly unacceptable and so out of place in his position, and he should absolutely resign. So it's funny that this cold open played perfectly into the person he is. And what
What was the other thing that you said you were going to talk about?
Oh, Heidi's sign off.
Oh, Constance.
Is Bailey.
Constance Wu. Okay, so last Friday, Constance Wu tweeted. So this was right before they went live, which is cool that they put it in. Fresh Off the Boat got another season, and at the same time, she had tweeted, "I'm so pissed, I'm gonna cry." And I can't believe this, like, so upset, and people instantly jump to say, like, oh my God, like, you're such a horrible, spoiled person. You have one blockbuster movie. Now you think you're too good for the show that built your career, blah, blah, blah. And she said that it wasn't her, and she denied it fully. And then, like, that Saturday, a publicist came out and basically wrote this really long message for her saying she's so grateful for the opportunity, but now she can't do a movie she wanted to pursue. So that's why I think she's saying, like, believe Constance Wu, because the publicist message might have come out after SNL aired.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. And, like, that's always her sign off, like, something that's just, like, controversial. You're just like, why?
Yeah.
Well, I was like, I mean, it probably was separately related. Like, we don't know. It seems like she would want to do that show, but I guess it wasn't.
Ooh, I don't know.
I still love Constance Wu.
Yeah.
She just wants to be on movies. I get that.
Do both. Why can't you fit them both
Contracts.
in? Ugh, stupid contracts. Well, thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for all that info.
Yeah.
Next week is the season finale with Paul Rudd and DJ Khaled. It's gonna be pretty fun.
Okay, what is DJ Khaled gonna do?
Not eat. Never mind.
Yep.
That's all
why
I know
he's
about him.
Unforgivable since that comment. Unforgivable.
He sucks.
He'll bring on like Drake or something.
Hopefully, we'll see. Until then, though, hey Amy, where can we find you on the internet?
I was gonna just jump in there for you.
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Amy Maestri.
A quick other note, Wine Country just came out, written by Amy Poehler.
Directed, too.
And
Directorial
starring
video.
a bunch of people we know and love, including Maya Rudolph. So definitely check that out on Netflix. That came out last Friday. I'm Steph Sabraw. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Steph Sabraw.
And I'm Kelly McInerney. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Holly Weirdo. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.